And I want you to think tonight about why you have your relationships. Like, what is your goal? You know, I heard someone give a great talk about marriage and about a relationship with God, and he said, you know, you can't make it your goal to be right. If it's your goal to be right, then you're not really following Jesus Christ. You know, and I think so many times, like, that's our goal. I'm going to show my wife that I'm right. And then when she admits that I'm right, everything will be fine, and her life will be better because she will recognize that I am right. Right? As if you are the centerpiece of all truth, that you are the way, the truth, and the life. But that's what we do, right? Even when our kids do something bad, what do? We often compare them right to ourselves and say, oh, well, I had that happen to me, you're fine. Or no, I never did when I was a kid, I did this. You're not fine. As if you are God. And we do it all the time. And we fight to be right over and over and over. I think we're fighting against the Holy Spirit of God. On the cross, Jesus Christ could have chosen to be right. If you truly are the Son of God, come down from that cross. He could have been like, peace. And we all could have gone to hell. He's the one person who could literally say, go to hell, and like mean it, and it would like actually mean something. Instead of being right on the cross, Jesus Christ chose something very different on the cross. He chose relationship. He chose relationship with people who were wrong, aka us. And yet, sometimes when we're imitating him, we choose being right. We're not supposed to choose being right. We're supposed to choose relationship. And then in a relationship with you, if it's really a godly relationship, that person might eventually discover what's right. But God comes down and offers us a relationship. He could have been right, but he chose a relationship with you. Like when I die, like I said yesterday, and I see Jesus and I'm at the gates of heaven, heaven's going to be a perfect place. I'm not perfect. I'm going to need grace. I'm going to need unconditional love. I'm going to need a gift from God that I don't deserve. As St. Augustine said, salvation is simply and solely grace. Like, I need that. I'm going to need mercy. I'm going to need somebody who wants a relationship with me and wants to give me something I don't deserve. If I die and see him, I can't say, heaven's perfect, I'm perfect, let me in. I'm not. And thank God that God chose relationship. And if we want to imitate him, we have to choose relationship. You know, my daughter Naya, I love her, she's awesome, but she's really into correcting people like all the time right now. It's like a 13-year-old girl thing, I guess, right? Or maybe it's just my Naya, I don't know. And she really, it's really hard for her not to correct. Like Noah, he's 4. Like he doesn't get things all the time, but it's not always worth correcting him. And lately, Naya has asked me, because she sees me not correct John and not correct Noah and not correct Joanne. And she said to me the other day, like, why didn't you tell them they were wrong? I just said, well, it's just not worth it right now, Naya. That's not going to help them. Like, they're just not ready to hear that, so it's okay. And they didn't need to know that. Like, what I was essentially saying is I was choosing relationship. And every time I choose relationship over being right, every time I imitate the cross, things go really well in the long run. In the short run, maybe not so much, because the cross is death. But in the long run, it works. You know, I think sometimes even with all kinds of views, worldviews, political views, all kinds of views, we just want to show people that we're right. I wonder sometimes if we just stopped that and decided to show people that we were willing to have a relationship with them, even if we thought that they were wrong, what that would do. I wonder if then they would have ears to hear what we had to say and eyes to see the truth, because they experienced grace and mercy first. Because that's what God does with us. God says, Dan Tarrant, you're wrong, and I love you anyway. You know? And Jesus even says it to the apostles, I have so much more to tell you, but you could not now bear it. And he talks about when people don't have eyes to see the truth or ears to hear it, but he still seeks a relationship with us. There are some times when people just can't hear all the truth. And what they really need from you is a relationship.